All right, quick mic check. Wow, that delay is something today. That's fun. All right, well, it's gonna be one of those days. Apologize. There'll be a bit of a delay, apparently. I was having some technical issues. That's why I'm starting a little late today. Apologies for that. There we go. I might turn the face tracking on though. We'll see. I don't like the amount of space here. Anyways, welcome everybody. Hope everybody's been having a good week. Jeez, trying to find a position where I'm not being blinded by my own lights. Changed up my camera orientation today. We'll see if that works. I think it works better for this stream. Now you can see most of my palette. Most of this should still be wet. Make sure it's all in focus. All right, there we go. I want to try as much as I can to keep my head out of the shot. My paint is starting to dry up, which I'm actually surprised it is. I need to refresh my glow oil. I realize that a lot of this is just going to be like detail work. I don't know exactly how to, you know, fix that other than trying to zoom in on where I'm working, but then, good chance I'll forget about it. So, all right, there we go. Maybe better. I don't know. Sorry, I just need to check something. Okay, sorry. Sometimes I gotta check notifications, make sure nothing important. So I'm slowly starting to upload more things to Kara. And their system's been a lot more responsive too. So I think they're doing a great job on improving everything. There is one little bug I keep getting, but it's very, very minor. Other than that, though, everything seems to be improving. I'm trying. The bridge has these has rails on it. I'm trying to put down the color that goes all the paint that goes behind the rails because trying to paint in between the rails will be pretty much impossible. Not to say that I can't always just paint over the rails and then paint them back in, but I would like to avoid that if I can. Here I'm a little more okay with some vagueness. There has so much going on. Hey, Lost Pixel. Welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm doing all right. I haven't tried out the thing you sent me. A little swamped with work at the moment, but I'll probably get it this weekend. Things finally calmed down a little on your end. Nice. Hey, Des, good to see you. You're setting up your deck and had to move a bunch of stuff? No worries. How's your day going? Last person, so that's okay. I also feel I should add about it. You need to use just one clip. If DivScan allows more, we can add support for more later if it's needed. But for now, just one. Yeah, what's it called? It does allow for it, but there's also ways of like getting around that. Like I can put all my clips together, export it as a single low res video and run it through that, and then apply the cuts to the high res version. That's also an option. It's more like, it's more what's it called? Like making my computer work, but uh, I don't have to be there for most of that work. So, you know. Pixel says, yeah, if we want to add support for multiple video clips in one use, we'll need to send one at a time at some point. Now that's just gonna be overly complicated. My computer's, strong enough. I don't mind working it, to make it like function if it will make everything easier. Because all this stuff is all stuff that runs in the background kind of thing. It's like, I can run a lot of this type of thing, like not all of it, because sometimes you need to be there, but like, I can export a low res, you know, 45-hour video if need be. Um, it'll be a big file, but whatever. And then once it outputs you know, once it outputs all the stuff, I don't need that file anymore. So I also might be able to just grab the what is it called? Um, the proxy files for the you know, that the program creates. Aspect says long as that is concerned, only has the ability right now to find the one clip name and output. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it gets complicated because DVR thing, it's not really good at dealing with multiple files either. I mean, it's okay at it, but I mean, that whole program is just kind of, I don't want to, like, it's really good for what it does, but it's freeware, right? Like it's minimally designed kind of thing. And I don't think it's been updated in a long time. It's really infuriating, honestly, that these companies won't just bake this into their software when it there's no reason it shouldn't be in there. Like they already have it, for audio, but they won't put it in for video. Right. It's kind of like the same state of the converter is. It's designed to do one thing and not super optimized at the moment. I mean, you know, first of all, I really appreciate you putting any amount of work into this and all the work that you did. I really appreciate it. Whoever made the DVR thing, yeah, same thing. Who knows, why and when they made it, that kind of thing. Um, yeah, like I said, it's really frustrating. This shouldn't, at this point, with what these programs can do, um, like it shouldn't even be a thing. Last Pixel says, oh, also only do it at uh 23.9 FPS for now on the test. Ooh, well, hopefully that'll make it easier. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Trying to think. I think a lot of my stuff's at 30 FPS, I'll be honest. I'll have to convert it. It's what I had done with the DVR file at before. Yeah. I don't entirely remember, be honest. That might have been a one-off file as far as that goes. I don't know. I honestly can't even remember at this point. But all right. An easy fix if that is, but what you sent before was 29. Yeah. Hey, no worries. You're all good. Um, yeah. Bridge part two. I think it's more like bridge part three or four at this point. French fries, welcome. Yeah, hoping to get it nearly finished today. Um, I mean, it's getting there, you know. I'm making some progress, but yeah, it has to be dry by the 20th. Um, so uh, we're getting into to what's it called? You know, it's coming down to the wire type of thing. No worries, Lost Pixel. It's all good. Okay. So it was a 23.9. All right. Yeah, unf I'll be honest, I don't remember, you know, what's it called? Yeah, I don't entirely remember because it just depends on what I'm shooting on kind of thing. You know, like if I'm recording through OBS or if I'm just recording on camera, you know, they have a tendency, everything does something different, you know what I mean? Bristol time, hey, welcome. Lost Pixel says, but yeah, if you need to change it, we can change it. It'll take literally 1 second to change. Okay. Is there a way, and this might be, you tell me how hard this would be to do one of two options. All right. Either either make it a variable that you can input it or just duplicate it and change it so that there's one version for 23.9 whatever and one version for 30. Like if that's doable, either yeah, like I'm just curious and sorry if it's more, you know, more stuff. I'm just asking. Because literally like I'll have some files like this and some files like that. It's I never go to 60 or anything like that because like, you know, I don't do anything fast, so it doesn't matter. Okay, once we test it, we'll make it selectable. Okay. All right, cool. Then yeah, I'll run a test on a file that is compatible. Hey, Cassandra, welcome. Water is looking great, thanks. How you doing, Cassandra? Just woke up from a nap. Good time. Just got ADHD meds for the first time yesterday, and I'm in the sleepy phase. I mean, I don't know about that. What's it called? Um, r- Adderall. Turn, I mean, Adderall put me to sleep, and after like taking it for a couple days, I just stopped taking it because I was a zombie. Like not functioning, out of it, just yeah, really, really bad. Um, I never had a sleepy phase with Vyvanse, and Ritalin just gave me a headache. You're doing non-stimulants. It should go away. I hope it does. I haven't tried the non-stimulant. Um, yeah, I personally like the stimulants. I have sleeping disorders as well, so the stimulants help. It's not just because I like, you know, oh, they won't give you the stimulants. It's so frustrating how difficult they make it for people with ADHD to get the medication they need. I'm willing to be a little sleepy at the end of the workday for a little bit, with the hopes that it can help me deal with my brain. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Um, nope, wrong one. There we go. All right. Yeah, I having it. I don't know what to say. Having ADHD just sucks. I don't know. It's frustrating. Like I can't fathom not having it. It's weird. Like when trying to understand how your own brain works and compare it to how like other people's brain works is such a weird thing because it's like what's normal, you take for granted what is completely normal for you and something you've lived with your whole life, only to find out that other people have a totally different experience. We're all got squishy meat brains, uh, theoretically, but they all just function so differently, you know? Like Michelle has asked me before, like when I seem to be kind of out of it and just kind of brain, like somewhere else. She's like, "What you thinking about?" I usually just say nothing, because just gonna do that. But one time I was like, "Oh, okay." And I listed off like 7 things that I thought about between the time the car had stopped and started again, at the stop sign. Like those are the thoughts that went through my head while I was driving and doing that. Like, that's normal, right? It's how we all like. She's like, no, that's probably not normal. Like, all right, fine. It's not normal. What am I going to say? Uh, yeah, Justin says he sometimes doesn't think, and I just can't imagine that. Yeah. Or like, the people who, some people don't have an internal um, narrator, right? Like they can't hear like another voice in their head kind of thing. It's like, okay, I can. I don't know how how do you like, how do you talk to yourself in your head how do you sing in your head? How do you think then if there's no voice? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's so weird. And then there are the people who can't visualize things in their head. And sometimes I feel like I can't, sometimes I feel like I can. So I don't know where I fall on that, like, category, which is a very strange thing. There are plenty of artists who can't like visualize, like see things in their mind eye. So if you can't, don't worry about it. There's plenty of artists who can't. It's not a requirement. Like I can imagine if you can't forget what the term is, but if you can't see things in your mind's eye, like I can imagine it being a little disruptive or maybe limiting in the way you paint or draw. Like maybe you can't be like Kim Jong-ji or whatever, but like, that's fine. Most people can't anyways. It's not really a big deal. I wouldn't worry about it. The sky is definitely going to need some more work. I try and load up the brush. I think it's loaded up, but then there's so much wet paint on that even a loaded up brush isn't technically loaded up enough. And it says, yeah, I think I lost some of, I think it lost some of its depth a bit and a bit of the fun colors when it was unfinished. Nothing you can't fix. Uh, yeah, well, I put in darker colors in the sky is what happened. And it got chunkier because I was putting in some of the bigger blocks. So the white now needs to go back over it. So it was kind of, it's one of those things. A lot of times there's like, setup basically. Like I'm setting it up for what I'm going to do with it. So hello. Oh, the groceries arrived? I didn't know they arrived. You should have called me. Huh? Well, putting away is more of an issue, not as much as okay. All right. All right. I'll take a quick break. Okay, everybody. I need to take a 5-minute break to help with the groceries that just arrived. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, I do have something to share with everybody. Hold on, as soon as I figure out how to put this glove on. Okay, here we go. So, I got, I shared this before. I got this piece of plastic. I sanded it. I did a really good job sanding it. It is, the texture of it right now is like velvet. It's like really soft. I know it's hard plastic, but like it feels really like smooth and soft. I'm gonna have to use alcohol on it to get rid of all the oils. But yeah, it's after being sanded, you can see there is zero reflection on this sucker. It is matte, like completely matte. Yeah, it's the ABS. This side has a texture built into it, like um, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it's got a texture built into it. Um, but the other side was smooth, and now it's like velvety, soft, matte. So I'm looking forward to painting on it, to trying it out. If I like painting on it, that's it. I will be buying large sheets of ABS and a hand sander and just blasting through it real fast. And that'll be how I paint. Like it'll be the easiest prep ever. Well, not the easiest prep ever, but one of the easiest. The easiest is something you don't have to prep at all, but those are too expensive. This says, I was pleasantly surprised how smooth the canvas pad surface was that I painted on. I'm now not happy with canvases now. Okay. What canvas pad did you paint on? And are the canvases that you have now to paint on, are they stretched canvas or are they canvas boards? I have some cheap, I'm talking very, very cheap canvas boards that I basically use them as support now. I tape things to them and I use them as just, you know, I don't paint on them. I just use them for like a surf, like a board, you know, literally just to tape things to them. Let's see, this says it's just the one I got at Michael's. The canvases are stretched, the level 3 professionals. So the canvas pad was something you got at Michael's too? So, if you have um, if you have canvases or canvas boards or whatever, and you're not happy with them, um, the grain weave is finer on the canvas pad, so it makes the painting smoother. Oh, I totally get that. I was just trying to understand what kind you had, because like I have the Centurion uh, oil primed linen pad, and that thing's real. Those, well, I don't like it anymore, but I used to like it a lot more, you know, and it was way better than my canvas panels. There are things you can do to improve your the canvases that you do have, if that is something you wanna do. Um, it's extra work. And I get it. Not everyone wants to like do that, but it depends on what you want to do. So there's a few options. It kind of depends on, well, depends on a lot of factors. If you have, also depends what you have at home already. If you have gesso at home, you can gesso your canvas or your panels. Um, Gesso them, sand them, gesso them, sand them, gesso them, sand them. Do like 3 extra coats on it. Um, that can really smooth it out. But, it's extra work. Um, if uh, if you're working on a what's it called? On a stretched canvas, you can size it. You can put on um, Golden has a uh, acrylic sizing gesso, which um, will cover it up and also tighten it up. And they have one that hardens as well. Um, that could help it feel smoother. Um, you can you can use acrylic. Just I don't know that acrylic medium. Like theoretically, acrylic medium should work on stretched canvas because you can paint with acrylics on stretched canvas. Um, but it's not recommended as a ground on stretched canvas necessarily. So I don't know that I can recommend it, but like theoretically, it sounds like it should work. Um, if you have a very rough surface, like a grainy weave, um, acrylic gel can kind of, if you spatula it on, can fill in a lot of those, um, you know, it can fill in a lot of the gaps kind of thing. Like I said, I think gesso can do that as well. I just, I have never, I have never gessoed a panel and enjoyed working on it is the issue. I've worked on I've worked on panels that were pre-gessoed, like ampersand panels, and those were okay. Those were fine to work on. But other than that, I've never enjoyed painting on gesso. Anything that has gesso on it, I have never enjoyed, except for those panels. Uh, I've also used um, I've also used oil primer from the hardware store, and I've covered up cheap canvas boards that I had. Um, that also worked. I don't I don't know how good it would be on stretched canvas, and I'm honestly not sure about like archival quality of that, but I don't do that anymore. So yeah. And to clarify, I said oil primer. They have it at the hardware store for like outdoors type of stuff, not lead primer. The just to make sure. Yeah, I don't know. The plastic feels real nice. We'll see how it behaves, the ABS plastic. Um, once again, I've heard some kind of conflicting things about it. There's just the reality is there is not a ton of research on it, right? As far as like how long it will, you know, how long it will last. Like, will it be here? How, will the painting uh, last 200 years or just 100 years on it, Like, okay. Technically speaking, the what's it called? The chemistry is on the side of it lasting a long time, but there could be variables. But one of the um, not what's not misnomers, but the one of the mistakes I heard was there's an artist who talks about it, and he says that the one of the areas of concern with ABS is the plasticizers that they add to it, because ABS on its own is very stable and should be no problem, but the plasticizers are a concern. But I looked into it, and generally speaking, there shouldn't be any plasticizers in ABS. So I think he was misinformed on that one. But yeah, they honestly, if the ABS plastic feels good to paint on, it'll be like just such an amazing uh solution, honestly. But anyone here who paints a lot, like actually I probably acrylic too, but yeah, acrylic and oil paint. Um, if you want a cheap, good surface to paint on, first of all, it's always cheaper to make it yourself. But here, and obviously this changes from country to country, but here in America, um, like I found a place nearby who um, they sell they do sell ABS, but they also sell ACM panels, um, big 4 by 8 foot ACM panels, and they're willing to do like a few free cuts. If you want a lot of cuts, they'll charge you. Um, but honestly, you should do most of the cuts yourself because it's easy and their cutting machine eats a quarter. I think it's a quarter or an eighth of an inch every time they make a cut. Um, so so yeah. Um, but yeah, one place here quoted me, what was it? I think it was $85 for a 4 by 5 foot thing. Now, obviously, if you want to practice, wood is even cheaper. Problem with wood is if you don't have the tools to cut it, it's a problem. But with the ACM panels, all you need is like a sturdy box cutter and a metal ruler, you know. What do I think about masonite? So the problem with masonite uh, is I think they're saying not to paint on masonite, but to paint on hardboard. The problem with masonite is the glues that they put in it. So it depends on what you're buying, right? Hey Donley, welcome. How'd the rest of your stream go? How you doing, man? But yeah, otherwise wood is fine. The problem is like what kind of glues and stuff are they putting in it, depending on the type of wood panels you're buying. Otherwise, wood is great. And if you have the tools, wood is hands down the cheapest. Like I said, not everybody has the tools to cut wood at home. Like some people live in apartments, some people, ACM panels, like I said, a good sharp um, box cutter and what's it called? A metal ruler, and that's it. You can cut it. You will have to sand it though, and then you'll have to like gesso it or something. If you do ACM panels, you can't. My understanding is you can't paint directly on the surface. You do need to do something to it first, but you'd need to do that with wood as well. But yeah, what's it called? Oh, Ampersand has wood panels. They sell pre-prepped wood panels. They're one of my favorite surfaces to paint on. The problem with Ampersand isn't the surface as much as the price, right? Like Ampersands are great to paint on, and I have a few paintings on Ampersand because I got them at a cheap price. But generally speaking, it's expensive. But like I said, if you cut your own stuff, it's great. I was actually thinking about buying like everything I would need to cut my own panels, like a table saw, or something like that. I mean, obviously you can cut your own panels with just a handsaw theoretically, but like that sounds miserable. I feel like you would need at least a table saw or something like that, you know. Stream went okay. Stop trying to colorize the portrait on stream. No worries, man. Sometimes you got to give it a minute to sit so that you can kind of recalibrate your thought process on it, you know? Donley says Lost Pixel made the comment conga rats when we were congratulating Fluff Pie on getting an internship. Oh, awesome. Congratulations to Fluff Pie. I didn't realize that. Pretty funny comments. So I drew some rat doing the conga. Oh, that's funny. Painting is looking good. Could you add some bodies under the surface of the water? Spice things up. You know, I think I'm going to refrain from that, um, even though that's a funny suggestion. Let's see your congrats. Congrats, flipper. Ah, that's funny. That's cute. Sorry, Donley. This picture kind of inspiring. Oh, thanks. Or or you mean the conga line one, which I could see that too, honestly. Yours, man. I want to do some water stuff now. Uh, Thank you. And yeah, water is it is fun and challenging, you know? So never enough time, that's for sure. That's why I say the thing in what's it called? Um Harry Potter, where Hermione has this like this device that just lets her, you know, rewind time so she can go to multiple classes. I'm like, this is potentially the most powerful device and also what I want more than anything. And it's just a casual throwaway thing. And I'm just like, oh, come on. Oh, by the way, it's okay if you link YouTube time lapse of art I did on your Discord. Yeah, you can do that. Just make sure to put it in the, share your art. And thanks for asking. That says time tuner. Yeah. Donnelly says you want the ability to rewind time, so you're looking for an IRL undo button. No, I want more time to do more stuff. That's what it's for. It's not for rewinding time. It's so you could, you know, you could essentially work on multiple paintings all at one. It's traditional. It took so much hard drive space downloading the VODs. Yeah, the VODs, they're not optimized, that's for sure. Depending on the computer you have, once you download it, you can, what's it called? You can compress it, you know. The compressed versions aren't always that good to work from, but you know, for storage. Actually, I'm probably going to be going through my hard drive and through my storage and trying to convert everything to AV1 just to help compress like all the storage space. Yeah, it's going to be a pain in the butt. The big issue I have though is that I cannot figure out like how to do it in a way where it's like lossless. Like I'm trying to find out what are the settings I need to do to make it lossless, and man, trying to find that information out is you would think it's pretty straightforward, but apparently it's not. Yeah, I've said this before. The like the superpower I would want more than anything is not Control Z. I'd like to be like I'd like to be able to multiply myself and have copies of myself that I could then reabsorb and learn everything that they learned. Naruto? Multiple man actually, but yeah, similar to Naruto. His is more temporary and less independent kind of thing. Naruto's, I mean. Although still useful. Yep, Dunley. I just gotta work on my hand movements a little bit. I'm just not fast enough. That's the problem. Stupid gnat is driving me crazy. Why is it? Oh, there. How's it being weird? Uh, that is very strange. I don't know what's happening with it. It's acting strange. Oh, last pixel says I'm getting sleepy. Going to head out. Have a good rest of the stream. Hey, no worries. I'm getting close to the end of the stream, anyways. Jesus, that gnat is going to drive me crazy. Yeah, I'm getting close to the end of the stream, anyways. But regardless, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it, and have a good night. I can't see my paint because of the light over here from this angle. It's all glare. So I have to actually like lean over to see what color I'm looking at. That came out way too big. Oh, sorry to hear that, Des. I hope you feel better. Have a good night. Or, Des, if you're not able to join, vote for the worst option and then don't show up. How dare I? You know? By the way, Donley, have you seen the news? Have you finally seen Acolyte? I Donley says I haven't. Is it pretty sick? No, no, it's not. I wouldn't say it's horrible, but it's not great. Alrighty. I am losing steam. And this is also starting to come together pretty well. Uh, but I feel like I should probably take a bit of a break, maybe get back to it tomorrow. Sorry to hear it. It sounds like people liked it in the beginning. I don't know. I've heard mixed things on it. Some people have said it's the worst. Some people have been liking it, you know. It could have been something really cool, but you know, I don't know. I don't know why they made the choices that they made, but you know, it is what it is. All right, I need a break. I need to end stream, eat something, and come back to this later. I will be back on Sunday, hopefully with a new painting, maybe on ABS. We'll see. Because yeah, hopefully I'll have this done before then. So hopefully I'll get, you know, I'll finish this on my own time and then I can show it to you as it's drying. Um, yeah. Let me see if I can put it, what's it called? Ah, jeez, it is not cooperating with me today. I don't know what happened. My screen is looking so weird for some reason. Like I can't resize it properly. I don't know what happened to it. So yeah, there it is. That's where it's at right now. It's coming together. It's getting close. Oh, you know, there's definitely more work to be done, but it's starting to come together. So anyways, sorry, I'm running out of steam. So have a good night, everybody. I'll be back on Sunday. Um, I have a no fear painting workshop. If anyone's interested, link is in my website, or go to my website, liad.com. Starts on the 22nd, June 22nd. Yeah, I don't know.